Welcome to another edition of Road Trip with your boy. You know, the second set of reviews are in. I've been reading on Rolling Stone magazine how this show should be nominated for a couple of Emmys. They're saying it's the best new YouTube show going on. 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes. And I feel like, we've done it, but I got to be humble. We turned 7 new viewers into 14 viewers. That is crazy. That's unheard of. So I want to thank all 14 viewers of this show. But welcome to another edition of Road Trip. We want to talk about this past weekend. Holy shit. Giving it some time, it's kind of settled. It's crazy. We talked about this. We talked about how an upset could happen. All it takes is a puncher's chance. How everybody was just expecting Anthony Joshua to walk through this fight. And I said, who the fuck knows? All it takes is a puncher's chance. I think that's why we're being nominated for an Emmy. But yeah, man, that was one of the greatest upsets ever. If you don't know what I'm talking about the Andy Ruiz versus Joshua fight, Anthony Joshua. It was crazy, man. I was watching that fight as it unfolded, as it was happening, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, man. I do think Andy Ruiz is legit. Anthony Joshua didn't look his best by any means, but when you lose, man. It's no excuses. I'm looking forward to the rematch. You're going to have a sharp Anthony Joshua, and we'll see how that plays out. But I do believe that Andy Ruiz belongs. I do believe that he's here to stay. That guy has fast hands for a big dude, and he has flush combos from what I was noticing. I think he's legit, and I think he's great for the sport because it adds another heavyweight to the mix, another contender, and that's it's good to be a fight fan because it's the heavyweight division in boxing is back. Not only do you have Anthony Joshua versus Wilder in the mix down the line, but I know Deontay Wilder is going to fight Luis Ortiz, and he's signed on to fight Tyson Fury for the rematch. And who knows what happens after that? Maybe an Anthony Joshua fight, maybe a fight with Ruiz. But it used to be a 3-man race of who's the top heavyweight. Now you add another one to the mix. So it's just fun to watch as a fight fan. I mean, who wouldn't want to see Andy Ruiz versus Wilder, Andy Ruiz versus Tyson Fury, regardless of how this rematch plays out? It's I think this is gonna make I want to say a household name, or at least recognized fighter where you're willing to tune in. Depending how the rematch plays out, if he wins, for sure you're gonna want to keep on watching him. Well, at least, the casual fan, but the people who are balls deep will still tune in. But that was this past weekend. This coming weekend, man, you got UFC. I don't know what number it is. I don't have the schedule or anything with me. I'm driving, if you can't tell. All this, it's not CGI. All this background, it's not a blue screen, green screen. We are actually driving. It's UFC. I'm not too sure what number. You're going to have it headlined by Henry Cejudo versus Marlon Moraes. I can't say the last name. That Marlon guy, I remember seeing him some time ago with my wife. And the reason I remember him is not only because he's pretty legit, but I remember him winning by spectacular fashion with I think it was like a knee to the head. It was a crazy KO. But I remember my wife telling me that he looks like this cartoon character, the last Airbender, and that's how I remember that guy. And of course, Henry Cejudo, he just finished winning against TJ Dillashaw. He also beat Mighty Mouse, considered one of the greatest, potentially the GOAT, the pound for pound king, Mighty Mouse, who's now under the One promotion. Oh, we got that, son. Again, that's not CGI. That's real. So he's going to be headlining the card, so that should be a very good fight. After that, I think it's Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai. I was watching Valentina Shevchenko hit some pads. Holy shit. That girl looks like a Russian assassin. I don't even know. I think she's Russian. She might be, I don't know, one of those countries, but very ignorant of me. But she looked crazy dangerous. I would not want to get hit by her. No, thank you. I think she's going to get through this fight, but as we've come to learn, or nothing new, as we've come to be reminded, upsets do happen. Upsets do happen. But I fully expect her to get through this fight. And also on this card, the one fight I'm most excited to watch is Tony Ferguson versus Tony El Cucuy Ferguson versus Donald the Cowboy Cerrone. Oh man, two fan favorites. You got Tony always coming into that pop lock 90s music, dancing, and with his crazy style that's so fun to watch, and Cowboy, who's well-rounded in everything and always has those flush combos. I remember seeing one of the greatest knockouts that he's done. It was like a 10-piece combo or something. It was a crazy thing to watch, but he's coming off a win, and I think he just fought like 3 weeks ago or something. That guy's crazy. He's fighting every other day. But that's going to be a damn good fight to watch. That is going to be a damn good fight to watch. I believe the winner is going to get a title shot, so that should be good to watch. Also on that same card, I think it's going to be on ESPN. Fight that I'm looking forward to as well is the Aljamain Sterling fighting. I think he's fighting Pedro Muniz. I'm not too sure. I think that fight's happening. Aljamain, I think that guy is gonna fight for a title down the line. I love watching him fight. I think he's a damn good MMA, well-rounded guy. He is fun to watch. He could strike you like a motherfucker, take you down if he needs to, and he's just fun to watch, man. That guy's just, he's funky with it, man. He's fun to watch, so I think people should tune in and watch Sterling fight. But the guy he's fighting, if it is him, I think he's coming off a win against Cody Garbrandt. He knocked him out. So I don't know why that's not on the main card. It should be on the pay-per-view card, but for whatever reason, it isn't. But that's still a damn good fight that I definitely want to tune into. But that's what's going on in this weekend in sports. And as we always say, cheers, lads. Look, man, I'm still waiting for somebody from the UK to message me and say, no, that's not how we do it, lad. Fuck that. But that's all we have for right now, man, until we come up with a better closing phrase or quote, or I don't know. But thank you all 14 viewers. We're looking to make it 15 viewers this week, episode 3. But tune in to those fights, man. It should be a damn good fight to crack a beer to smoke the pit, you know. So, cheers, lads.